Okay, let's talk about something that's, well, it's deeply personal and something we often don't talk about enough. And I mean personal hygiene. But this isn't just about soap and water. No, this is about something much, much deeper. It's about dignity. It's about independence, especially in the place we should all feel the safest, right in our own homes.
I mean, this quote it hits the nail on the head, right? It's not a chore, it's a cornerstone of our health, our dignity, our self respect. It's what helps us feel confident, feel whole, really to feel like ourselves. And that, right there, is the emotional heart of what we're talking about today.
So, what happens when something that simple, something we take for granted, suddenly becomes a huge daily challenge? For so many people, whether it's because of age or an illness or a disability, just taking a shower can feel, well, overwhelming, even scary. And that's the real problem we're diving into. How do you get the help you need without losing that essential piece of yourself?
All right, so let's really break down this challenge. When those basic, everyday tasks get harder, it can feel like you're losing a piece of your independence. And believe me, that brings up a lot of really complicated feelings.
And you know what? Those feelings are completely 100% valid. We're talking about feeling vulnerable, maybe even embarrassed or scared. The source material really digs into this. And recognizing that emotional side of things, that's step one. Because any real help has to start with empathy and respect, period. So, where do we go from here? What's the answer? Well, it's not about giving up, not at all. It's about creating a partnership. And that's where professional in-home care can be such a game changer. Think of it less as a last resort and more as a smart, proactive way to stay empowered with support that's built on respect and know-how. And this is absolutely crucial. We have to get away from the old school one-size-fits-all idea of care. That just doesn't cut it. Real dignified care is the complete opposite. It's all about a person-centered approach. That means everything is tailored, not just to what someone can or can't do physically, but to their personality, their preferences, their daily routines. It's about them. So what are we actually talking about here, day to day? Well, it's the whole shebang. It could be help with bathing or showering, sure, but it's also about things like washing and styling hair, helping with a safe shave, usually with an electric razor, and making sure skin, nails, and teeth are all taken care of. The real goal here is for the person to feel not just clean, but, well, put together, confident, like themselves. Okay, but this brings up a really big question, right? The bathroom is, statistically, one of the most dangerous rooms in the house. So if you're already having trouble with mobility, how on earth do you make sure it's safe? How do the pros handle that risk?
Well, there's a blueprint for it. Safety is never an accident, it's planned. You've got things like grab bars and handrails for steady support. Non-slip mats are a must on any wet surface. And then there are things like transfer benches or shower chairs that make getting in and out so much safer. And look at that last one, checking the water temperature. It sounds simple, but making sure it's below 120 degrees Fahrenheit is a critical detail to prevent burns. It's all part of a system.
All right, so we've talked about the what and the how, the practical tasks, the safety stuff. But now let's get to the why. Let's talk about the human side of all this. Because honestly, this goes so much deeper than just checking boxes on a to-do list. Because while the physical help is, of course, essential, the source material makes it really clear that the biggest, most profound benefits, well, they're the ones you can't always see. They're the emotional, the psychological impacts that really, truly change someone's quality of life for the better. And this chart really paints the picture, doesn't it? Look at what we're talking about here. A boost in self-esteem, real, meaningful companionship, a feeling of being less isolated. And of course, preserving that all-important dignity and autonomy. This is the magic moment where care stops being about a bath and starts being about human connection. It's a powerful weapon against loneliness, and it just reinforces a person's sense of who they are. I mean, this quote just says everything, doesn't it? It's about transforming a task into a moment of connection. That caregiver isn't just there to help with a task. They become a friend, a confidant, a source of conversation. And that relationship, it can take something that could feel awkward or embarrassing and turn it into a positive human interaction. And wow, is that important for our mental health? And this isn't just about one person. The positive effects create a ripple that spreads out to the entire family. It's a huge relief for everyone involved. And this is something we can't overlook. This kind of care is also powerful preventative medicine. Think about it.
Good, consistent personal care can help head off all kinds of nasty health problems: skin infections, painful bed sores, UTIs, you name it. So, in the long run, this support can actually mean fewer trips to the doctor or the hospital. It's about keeping people healthy and safe right where they want to be, at home.
And for family members, wow, this can be a lifeline. Being the primary caregiver for a parent or spouse's personal hygiene needs it's tough. It's emotionally draining, and it can really change the dynamic of your relationship. When a professional steps in to handle that, it allows a son or daughter to just be a son or daughter again. It lets them focus on the love and the relationship, not the task. And that can save families from serious burnout. So when you put all these pieces together, you see the big picture, right? This isn't about just managing a decline. Not at all. It's about empowering someone to keep living their life, a full life, with grace, with dignity, and with as much independence as possible, right at home. And this quote, it just wraps it all up perfectly. It really is a transformation. You're taking something that feels like a challenge, a daily struggle, and turning it into an opportunity to hold on to your dignity, to feel better in your own skin, and to get that little boost that reminds you of who you are. So it really leaves you with this final thought, doesn't it? If a simple daily routine can become a moment of genuine human connection, maybe that tells us what care is really all about. It's not just about doing tasks for someone. It's about seeing them, connecting with them, and reinforcing their identity. It's about empowering a life of dignity, right where it counts the most.